Hey YouTube, Matt M. Roy back once again. Well, here are the parts that I found out of that old Compaq Presario. I did try to power it up. It's sitting here over in pieces. Unfortunately, I did find out very quickly that the motherboard is dead. When I turned it on, it would give some power, but nothing would function, not even the power button, so it would just turn on and not display any video or anything. So I pretty quickly found out that the motherboard is dead, and here is most likely the culprit. As you can see, we have one. I think there were a couple others here. Actually, I think it might just be that one. It's hard to tell, but as you can see, this one cap is bulging up. So apparently that one bad cap destroyed this motherboard. Now, I'm not too worried about it. I really wasn't going to use this motherboard for anything. It's really too old for anything I would need it for. It's too new to be like a DOS machine, and it's too old for a good Windows 98 machine. I looked it up. I believe this was only like a 300 megahertz Celeron, so the rest of this is going to go in the trash. But I thought I'd show you guys what the motherboard looked like at least. It's your Celeron processor, Pentium 3 based, 20-pin ATX connector, floppy ribbon cable connector, and then the two IDE, 3 PC-133 slots. Looks like it had 3 PSI slots and 2 ISA slots. I guess there's the BIOS up here. It's Award. Man, I haven't seen that name in a long time. If we'll focus on that. There you go. It says it's a PCI PNP 586 board. So yeah, probably Pentium. Actually, I'm sorry. This is probably more like a Pentium 2 based system, not a Pentium 3. A little too old for that. But anyway, there's the motherboard. Here's the power supply, and I was right. It is, if you can see right there, 150 watt power supply. It's one of these miniature ones, and I'm not even going to bother saving it because I have quite a few of these, and I still haven't found a need for them after all these years. I'm not going to bother saving the 2 optical drives. I know I didn't want the burner because it's one of these crappy ones that has the door that folds down, and these never worked right to start with. I was thinking of saving the Creative quad speed drive and maybe putting it in another old PC build, but the motor and everything is gummed up inside. The door doesn't open and close properly, so I'm not going to worry about it. However, I am definitely going to save the floppy drive. I haven't taken that out yet. And you can see that it is that same system. This is what the front bezel looks like taken off. Might even save the power button on there. Might come in handy for something later on. But let me go over the good parts that I got out of it. Wasn't quite as good as I hoped for, but it was definitely well worth what I paid for it, basically $5. First here is a Quantum D740X-6L 40 gigabyte hard drive. It is branded Maxter, but I can tell that this was one of those old Quantum drives that Maxter rebranded. So I do have some hope for this drive. I might be able to do something with it. Next is actually the original hard drive, at least I'm assuming the original one that came with that system. There's the model number, MPB3052AT. Date of manufacture was, looks like June of 1998. There are all the specs on that. Not sure of the size. I'm guessing probably around 8 gigabytes. I didn't see where it said it anywhere on here, and I didn't really have a chance to look it up. But if you guys want to look that up later on and tell me, that would be great. I may not have a chance to do it today. But yeah, so those 2 hard drives, I am going to save both of them. Even though this one's small, this might wind up being a good replacement drive if the one in my DOS machine decides to bite the dust. But praise God now, that hard drive is still going strong. Next I got out of there a D-Link model DFE 530TX, and there the camera decided to focus. This is a 10-based 100 card. Most definitely added on probably sometime in the early 2000s. Next is something really cool, and I think I'm actually going to go ahead and give this a try in a few minutes. This is an ISA Creative, let me get the flashlight here, Creative AWE card. It's actually model CT4520, and if you look on the back here, it actually tells you, hang on a sec, tells you a little more information there. You can read the sticker if you want. And it tells you the most information on this processor, but it's very hard to see even with a flashlight. I'll read it to you guys. Creative AWE. Oh, here we go. Here's some more information on it. It's a Sound Blaster AWE 64. Now, this is considerably better than the Creative 16-bit Riva card that I have in there now, because that was really a downgraded, very inexpensive card in its day. So I'm hoping I may not have to do anything with drivers. I'm just going to try to swap this in there and see what happens. It's got the joystick port. You have the powered and the non-powered audio out. The non-powered, of course, being the black. Microphone in, and the blue one, I'm not sure what the blue one is in this case. Maybe for some type of surround sound capability. Next, this is where I was a little disappointed. I was hoping that I would be finding a 256 megabyte stick of memory in here. Well, I found 3, but unfortunately they're all 128 megabyte sticks. This is just some generic 120 megabyte PC-133 stick. This one's a Kingston, but you can see it's still 128. And this one's a Pacer, which I have heard in the past. I had a couple of these, and they seem to do okay. So what I think I'm going to do for now, because I realize that I'm never going to be able, it's going to be hard for me to get a 256 megabyte stick anywhere around here. I might order one on eBay eventually, but for now I'm going to go ahead and stick one of these in the HP 2000 system. It'll at least still bring me up to 640 megabytes. So some good news there. And the very last thing I have here that came out of that system is the video card, and it is a SIS model 6326 AGP card. I have seen this card before. I believe it is a 4 megabyte card. And I'm going to be saving this as well, just in case something happens to the Trident AGP card that I have in my DOS system. Well, that's going to be it, everybody. That's what came out of that Compaq Presario. I'm sorry I couldn't show you guys how it turned on, but it was totally dead. Other than the fact that a couple lights turned on, nothing else happened with the system. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Please like and subscribe, and have a blessed day, everyone.